Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm your host Rosalinda. Hola, thank you so much for being here, girl. I really appreciate it. Thank you for coming back. Tying my shoe really quick. I'm just warming up my car before we have to go. So today's video, as you can tell, we are going to Costco, and it's all about Costco and what I usually get as healthy alternatives there, or what I buy there. So we used to go to Costco a little bit more often before. I don't know, I think we just pick up like a few things, but recently we have only been going to Costco once a month, really. Like once a month we do our big like monthly haul, and during like the other 3 weeks, if like Wichito decides to take those salads that he likes, we'll get those. Or if I want some ground turkey to have, like I'll get that. So we only go for like 1 or 2 things specifically that we only get at Costco. But for the most part, we have become monthly Costco shoppers, which that works fine for us because we are a small family. And you guys, I don't think we like talk about this enough, or maybe I haven't mentioned it, but I feel like it's way harder to feed a smaller family than a bigger family, because me and Wichito don't really eat the same foods throughout the week because we just have different schedules. And we just don't end up like making the same food, especially dinner. I make him breakfast and lunch, and then dinner, it's like kind of like what I just have like randomly. I eat before him. When he gets home, he eats. Like, so we really don't make the same food, so it's kind of hard to figure out what to make. So that's why I think Costco, because Costco is big quantities, has become our monthly store. But honestly, Costco has gotten so much better since I got my membership, maybe back in 2018. Costco has definitely diversified their food in every way, even like their pants and everything. They have definitely added way more healthy alternatives. Of course, they still have all the sugary cereals. They have the big old jugs of canola oil, and they have, you know, Twinkies and stuff. But they do have so many alternatives, which I'm so happy that they're partnering up, or they're accepting those smaller companies and getting them out there, because it's so much better for us. So this video would be about me showing you what I get from Costco, my monthly like haul from there, but also the good healthy alternatives that I find there for like an everyday eat, like breakfast meats, lunch, like simple lunch ideas. So you guys can get some ideas of them. So I'll show them to you guys. Me va a valer madre hoy, like I no puedo tener nada de pena because I am going to show you guys everything, and I am by myself, pero it is what it is, girl. No puedo tener pena hoy. And the good thing about Costco is there's no music, so I can talk to you guys. Perfect. And then I'll show you also some of the non-toxic stuff that I have added to my kitchen from Costco. So like the pants and all that stuff. So it'll be a good video, so come along. It'll be fun. That'll be our next step. But before we go to Costco, I do have to go to Target. I have to return one thing, and then they are having a sale on Simple Meals, the little barritas that I get, and Midday Squares, some other little barritas that I get. So I'll show you those, but the main purpose of this video would be Costco. So vámonos. Alrighty, we made it to Costco. Definitely it's packed. It's still packed, girl. I don't know why on a Friday, pero está bien lleno. But let's just start off with stuff that I've gotten for the kitchen. So last year I ended up getting this air fryer toaster oven. It's all stainless steel. I love it. It was Bobby approved. He's the one who I saw it on him, or on one of his videos, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. So all of this is stainless steel. The inside as well. It's kind of tricky to clean, so just be aware. But honestly, it's so good. It's sometimes on sale, $189. I think it was on sale like last week, but you can wait till it goes on sale. I think I got mine for like $145. It did go up from last year, but it is perfect. I make cookies, I make brownies in there, I do my wings, I do potatoes, I toast my toast in there. I don't have a toaster, so it's definitely very versatile, and you can do tons of things. So it's very worth your money. If you want to wait till it's on sale, just look around, keep an eye on. But I think it goes down like maybe $30, but it's so good, and it's way better than all the other ones that they have here. I think that's the only all stainless steel, or maybe this Ninja one. This one looks like it's stainless steel too. Oh yeah, see, this one's also stainless steel, has everything in there. But all the other ones are going to be that Teflon material. Let me see. Yeah, So like these are like the traditional ones, but these are all Teflon. So that one too, sur la table. Another great switch that you can do for your health is switching from Teflon, or getting rid of all your Teflon non-stick, because all of that is really bad with all the chemicals that are in there, and then they just get released, so you end up like eating those chemicals. It leaks out to your food, so you end up eating them, and it's like a whole thing with them. So definitely that, switching to stainless steel, if you can get the toaster of not the toaster, the air fryer to stainless steel, that would be great. Again, it's an investment, but it's worth it, girl, and it cooks everything perfectly. This I don't have because I don't have space, but I really want one. It's on sale for $100 off, which I think is pretty good because it comes with all these attachments. The ones at Target only come with like 3. This comes with 2 extra ones, so it's perfect. I would get this one because red, I don't know. This is non-related, but this is a really good sale for these ceramic plates. You get this whole set for $19.99. It's pretty good if you guys are looking for plates. Okay, so another switch I did was when I first moved into our apartment, was I just switched over to all stainless steel. So this is like a big old set. I didn't end up getting this one. This one's $200, and it comes with a lot of stuff. Like, I don't think I need this many lids, but if you want this is a good one. This is a good brand. The brand that I got, it's called Henkless, I think, but it's like that. It's a set of, I think I have 2 little pots, 1 big pot, 3, and then 2 pans, 4, 5, and then like 3 lids. That one's perfect. That's all you need, and it's stainless steel, which takes the guessing work out of finding out if all the other like pans are good. They do have some here, but none of them are good. Okay, and then as you can see, they do have some options that say they're, you know, ceramic non-stick, which is what you want. But obviously I don't even trust, he's not even this green pan one. So if you look, most of these pans are going to have this, where you can scan it. It'll take you to where all the chemicals that are found in the pans will show you. And most of the time, they'll say that they don't have the PFAs, which is fine. But then they have, let me see if focus, cadmium, I think it's one of the chemicals. It's one of the other bad chemicals. So if you choose to get these, just really look into the chemicals. I don't trust any of these that they have at Costco, except for this one. I did end up getting this one. It's really big, but after reading, looking at all of this, and then going on the website, I felt like the more secure with this one. But it's just one for $24.99. I've been seeing people getting these. They love these. Again, unrelated, but you get 4 of these for $12.99. I think it's cheaper than what is it called, than Amazon. They're pretty cute. So yeah, if you kind of don't know and you're undecided, or it's kind of hard to do all the research, just stick with stainless steel. Maybe just get one for the eggs. That's what I did. I got that one for the eggs because I just can't cook them in the stainless steel, but everything else cooks really good in stainless steel. Another thing that I did is change my Tupperware to the glass one. So here at Costco they have both. They have this one, which is how many? Let me see, 18. This is the glass one. Yeah, so the glass one only gives you 18 containers. But I feel, well, I did end up getting 2, so I got 2 of these, and that's enough for me. But this one comes with 38, but this one's the plastic. So the plastic one is $5 cheaper, and you do get maybe twice as much. But plastic, to store your food in plastic, is also not good, even though it says BPA free and all of that. Especially when you cook like hot food. I don't put the lid on, but if I'm gonna store it, I let it cool. In this one, in the glass one, I wouldn't put it in the hot one. It's just easier and simple to change over to the glass one. It's less, but I ended up getting 2 of them when they were on sale for $17.99. The first thing is the dog food. We get this one, and this is not on the list, sorry Wichito, but I always like to see what they have for like their kind of like, not snacks, but you know, like treats. Whenever you see stuff like this, get this one because it's just cod. They call them cod wafers, but all it is just the cod, and that's it. Same ingredients, cod. And then these are fries, or what do they call, like freeze? They're like frozen, dry freeze, I think. So these are really good for dogs. I try to get just single ingredients of these. Okay, I'm going to get one of these packets. I always like to have it in the fridge. This feta is really good. It's authentic, and it's from Greece. It's imported from Greece. It's just a lot, but if you like it and you have a big family, that'd be great. This one is the cheese that we've been loving, and honestly we go through it so fast, aka me. not really with Cheeto, but it's a pretty good price, and we like this one better than this one. That one is just aged longer than this one. This one tastes so good. And these are the breakfast like sausages or chicken that we use. And mainly just for our breakfast, but these are so good. These are the best chicken sausages because I do not really like chicken sausages, but these are a good price, and there's 3 packs. They last a long time. This is another good breakfast meat or breakfast sausage for like huevos or just on the side. We love this on the omelet, so we always alternate between this one and the chicken, you know, so we keep the variety in our diets. But these are honestly, these are my ultimate favorite. This brand, Kevin's, he for the most part does pretty clean stuff, as you can see. And this meat for this one is grass-fed. It's just sometimes he has natural flavors and things are not organic. See, this is a list. So I don't tend to gravitate towards this too much, but honestly it's pretty good. So if you're like in a pinch, if you don't know what to cook, if you grab one of these, I think it'll be good. And this is my detergent. I like it a lot. It's not very overpowering, which is so good, and it's $14.99. It lasts a while. If you're looking for ravioli, this one's really good. Wichito often gets this one, and it's actually Bobby approved. You guys know how much I love Siete. Anything they make is so good. These chips are on sale for $4.59. Such a good deal right now. And the best coconut water. This brand is so good. And this orange juice is so good. Wichito loves it. You get 3, it's a lot, but Wichito usually is the one who drinks this one. This is the best price we're ever gonna find for some organic pasture raised. Oh, these say free range. Girl, you're lying to me. So be careful, because these say free range. You have to get the one that says pasture raised. So be careful. Oh my gosh, they look so similar, but these are the ones you want to get. These are good alternative for Ritz. They don't taste the same. It's definitely getting used to, but they're really good. Definitely so much better. Look at those ingredients. Perfect. You guys already know these are the best. Tortillas, $4.59 for this big one. It's a good deal. Okay, you guys, look, this is my cart. Oh my gosh, it hardly ever looks like this, like casi nunca, but I definitely needed a lot of stuff. I'll go over some of the stuff that I didn't put on the video at home. I got everything on the list, but I did add a couple more things, and I'll show you guys everything. But this is definitely just a monthly haul, so yeah, nunca se mira así el carro. We always get like 4 to 10 things, if that. Like I would say maybe an average of 5 things whenever we come. Okay, I am home and I have all the stuff here spread out in the table so we can go over it. But really quick, I'm going to put all this stuff in the fridge because I've had it in the car for a while. So we got this smoked sockeye salmon. It is wild caught, which is so important whenever you get any seafood. So always make sure that it's wild caught. This is already like smoked, so it's already good to eat. But Wichito does like it a little cooked, so I cook it for him. He's taking this for his salads. This is the turkey bacon that we always get. We love. I do wish that it was organic, but it's okay for now. Then I did end up getting this Kevin's meal. It's mainly for me. So for the most part, like I was saying, this Kevin's food, he usually has really good stuff. Like this meat is grass-fed, so it's perfect. He does have a few like natural flavors sometimes, or he has like yeast extra, which is like a flavoring thing, like just to make more the flavor pop more, which I'm okay with because I don't have this often. So it's going to be like those quick meals, you know, like you grab some of this, then you grab some of that rice that I got at Sprouts last week, and then there you go, you have a quick easy meal with protein and fiber. You're good to go. Then this ground beef, I always tend to get this ground beef. It's organic. I wish it was pasture raised, but organic is better than nothing or regular. These 3 packets last me a long time, like a month, because I don't use it like back to back to back. So I'll like freeze the 2 of them, leave 1 in the bottom. I'll make some albondigas, some burgers, just spread it out, and then use the other ones as I see fit. But this is like the stuff that kind of like the meat stuff. And then this I'm also gonna put inside, which is the orange juice. This is not from concentrate, is pasteurized orange juice, so it's so good. It's just the oranges and nothing else. So this is great. And then I always get organic on berries. I know that they're more expensive, like this box is like $9, which I know it's a lot, but the berries are always in the dirty dozen. They're the ones that get sprayed with the most pesticides, so I always just get like I always just get organic berries because it's just the best way to go with these. But at Costco, you get such a good deal for them. Okay, so that's basically the stuff that I need to get in the fridge right away. But let me walk you through everything else. And everything in total was $224. However, I bought some stuff on my own because I did go off the list. So we had like a list for the household, and then I got some stuff that they were mainly more for me, so I just paid for those by myself, and I paid $80 in those things, which you guessed it, I did get those cups. I know which is gonna be like, why do you need these cups? He's always saying that we have so many cups already, but those are so cute, and I always take my stuff to go. And then one thing that I haven't told you guys is that I am not drinking water bottle anymore. I know, I just honestly, I hate that I am such a water snob. I'm so picky. You guys know that I only drink well, right now I just drink Crystal Geyser, but natural spring water, like any natural spring water for the most part, I love. Like that's the taste that I like the most, except for Arrowhead. Arrowhead says that it's natural spring water, but I don't know, girl, that water is not good to me, like at all. Pero I was okay, it's done, like we need to stop, and I need to stop being a water snob. So the thing too, that what I would stick to water bottles is because like I would open it, right, like it would be fresh and all that, so that's why I would like it. Whenever I would drink water out of a cup or have like those like my Stanley too, like I would fill it up with water, and I would always be like, oh man, that tastes nasty, like it tastes gross, like there's a taste to it, tastes like it's leftover water, like it's been sitting there, it gets like the stuff from the atmosphere. I don't know, I still am such a water snob, or I could just taste like the difference. So I've been training myself to just get over it and then just drink it. So that's what I'm doing. And we're getting the water service from Costco. Not yet though, because I haven't seen the guy. So whenever I signed up for it, I'll tell you guys all about it. But for now, let me just walk you through this. This is definitely a lot more stuff that I got that wasn't particular on the list, but it is definitely more than monthly. Like I got some stuff that is going to last like 3 months. Like the paper towels, they're outside. Paper towels and the toilet paper, those last us about 3 months, because again, it's only 2 of us and we're hardly ever home. So yeah, those things last us like 3 months, and they're like $40 because like $20 each. So I feel like that's pretty good. $40 every 3 months for these things, that's fine. And we tend to just get them at Costco because you get a lot of it, right? So that, and then this though, we do get pretty often. So we finish them, there's only 6 of them, so if we finish them, we go to get more. But those were those trips that I told you that we'll go like whenever we need 1 or 2 things. Whenever we have gone, it's only for a few things. So like if we're like around there or something, we'll go and replenish this. But usually 1 bottle, it takes me like 2 days to finish it. Like I'll open it, I'll have some, and then I'll finish it the next day. Wichito will finish it all in 1 day. But coconut water is a natural electrolytes. So you know how we drink electrolytes, the little packets and stuff? This is natural electrolytes, so it's great. And this one to me is the best one. However, Costco also has their own. Get the one that's in the fridge, better than the one that's outside, because it's like, that means that it was cold pressed instead of like being pasture. I don't know if it's pasteurized, not pasteurized, like pasteurized. That means that it was just put through heat. It's better if it's cold pressed. These we don't have anymore, and we love these. Wichito loves to throw these in like all his meals. Like it doesn't matter what he's eating, he loves to throw these in there. And again, they're an alternative to Ritz. Don't get too excited because they don't taste like Ritz. Sometimes I do miss like a Ritz, but I'm like, no, I can't. So these are a good alternative. I'll take these to work too when I have like my apple. I do like a little grown-up Lunchable, you know, with meat and cheese and stuff, and I'll take these. They're pretty good, you know, they get the job done. And this as was mostly a month or like 2-month thing. This big old bag of nuts will last us a while. I get organic nuts as well. These are just easier because they're unsalted, they're unroasted, they're literally just a nut, so they're great. If you make your own nut milk at home, these are great for that. And these are just good as a snack as well. And then this time around, I saw these, the goji berries. These are my first time getting these, but I love goji berries. I have them like in my smoothies. I throw them in my bowls, yogurt, anything. So these are really great antioxidants for you. So if you see them, grab them. These were $12, and they're organic, so perfect. Then I needed some vinegar because I that's what I used to clean. This one's heavy. This all they had, but usually I just get like the Costco brand. It's like $3 for 2 of them. This one was $6. But I get this one and I use it to clean my berries and to clean the bathroom, the house in general. I'll just put it in a bottle with water and that's what I use. I don't use any of the other cleaners to clean anything. I do have one multi-purpose cleaner from Sprouts. I don't think it's like the cleanest, but it gets the job done. And then I'll mix some of this as well with it. And this is what I put to mop the floor as well. So that's why I got that one. Then this is the avocado oil. Well, whenever, I don't have a particular brand that I like. I just like it when it comes in a glass bottle. So whenever I see the glass bottle, I get it. And this one was $15. I think I got but it's a bigger bottle. I got the plastic one last time. And that was like $22, but I think because it was bigger. But if you see avocado oil in the glass, get it. And this is what I used to cook. Avocado oil is great. Put it in my toast as well. For dressings is good as well. So avocado is just so versatile. I think more than olive oil. I feel like olive oil is only good for like dressings. It's not really good for cooking at all, and you're not really supposed to cook with it as well because it doesn't withstand high heat, but avocado oil does. So much better. It's like the better alternative for you for oil. So if you still use canola, masola, vegetable oil, sunflower seed oil, like it's better just not to use those just because they're inflammatory oils because they're so processed. Like there's this whole process that they have to go through to be able to expel the juice out of it, that's what makes them harmful for you, as opposed to something where all it is just them. And I don't know if it's like as opposed to just having just one ingredient in this, and the other ones they tend to have maybe 3 to 4 ingredients added to them to be able to process the oil out of them, and those are the ones that inflammate you. So if you notice that you're kind of inflamed all the time, if you're bloated, maybe look at that. And they do put canola and vegetable oil almost in everything. That's why you have to read the ingredients of stuff, so that's important. Then okay, so for the dogs, you guys saw the bag that I get them. I left it outside. Okay, and you guys saw the bag of food that I get for the dogs. Honestly, it's not the best one. I'm not too happy with it. The Buffalo was like the best one, and that one's not even good. So if you guys have like a dog food brand that you guys like, that it's like in a big quantity, let me know, because I am looking for like a different one to change the dogs. That one is like, I think $32 for 50 pounds. So I know that it's like the most economical. It's better. It does last a long time because it's only them two now. When I had Dory, that it would go by way faster, because then Dory would get like double the size that they do. So that now it lasts longer. So I feel like we could get like one that's like a little bit more expensive for me, like $50, $60, and it'll last like more than a month. Like that would be great. If you guys have any brands of dog food that are nice and clean, let me know. I do feel bad giving them that one, but that one's like the best one that I could find at Costco. So that's why when I get them treats, I don't get them any of those other treats. I get them these dry freeze treats. So this, all it is just cod, and they dry freeze it, kind of like how they dehydrate the fruits. So I get them this, or sometimes they have salmon, sometimes they have turkey. So whenever they have whatever they have, and it's just that one ingredient, see, ingredient cod, and then that's it. That's what I get for them. And I also give the dogs carrots on a daily basis as well. That's like greenie for their teeth. I used to get them greenies, but carrots work just as well, and they're so much better for them. So I feel better kind of doing that for them. And I know that I'm not giving them the best quality food, but I try to do like, you know, other things on the side so it's not too terrible for them. And then I always give them the egg yolks whenever I don't eat my egg yolks and my eggs. And I put some bone broth in the food as well. So I try to do a little bit more better alternatives, since I know that I'm not giving them the best food. But if you guys know, leave it down below. Then another thing that I got that we don't often get is these chips. You guys, I wish Siete could just sponsor me and send me tons of stuff, because I love this brand. Siete is such a good brand. All of their things are clean, simple ingredients, whole ingredients, and that's it. And I love that about them. And I love that they have more options at Costco now. But these are the sea salt regular chips. They are on sale for, I think for Cinco de Mayo, they're like $4 for this big bag. At Sprouts, I think they're like $4 to $5 for like a bag like right here. So I got this one, and Wichito, again, he loves crunchy stuff. He loves chips. So got these, and again, we only get these like once in a while whenever we run out. This lasts a long time, and even if we seal it really good, it'll stay good for a while. So we love those chips. And then whenever I see the cara cara oranges, I always get them. I love these. These are my favorite oranges, and I have like one a day with a little bit of salt. You guys know. Okay, the dilemma. I saw these, right? And I've seen them before, and it says organic pasture-raised eggs. But I don't know if Costco's trying to pull one on us, but there was other ones, and it just said organic eggs, but it said free range. Like, it didn't say pasture-raised. So I don't know if they're just getting the same eggs and just putting different stickers on them. If they are, they're gonna hear from me. So we'll see when we open them and see how orange the yolk is. If the yolk is not orange, that means they're not pasture raised. If they're like on the yellowish side, they might be organic and free range, but we don't like that because pasture raised, they actually have to be outside, and there's laws and regulations for that. For free range, they just means that they can let them out for a little bit and roam around, or they're inside of a big like warehouse and they're roaming around, but they're not actually outside getting sun, and they're not actually eating like the organic pasture, you know, that they're supposed to. So don't hear from me if that's what they're doing, but it's always good to get organic pasture raised eggs. Those are the best ones, the ones with the most nutrients, and like for your kids, they're so good. And this is another thing. So you already know that I love this bone broth. This one, again, the same thing. I wish it was organic, but it is grass-fed. Like the beef and the chicken is grass-fed. So I like that. I usually get the chicken, not the beef, but I saw this one. I went to the Hawthorne, I think, Costco, not the one around me. The one around me doesn't have this one. So I picked up this one because they're getting rid of it over there. And it's 6 of them for $20. Usually at Sprouts, it's like $8 for one alone. This is 6 of them, so that was a good deal. So I'll have, this will last me like, girl, like 4 months. Like, this is gonna last me $20 for 4 months. Like, that's pretty good because I only use it for like rice. I do drink some. Sometimes like when I open one and I use it for the rice, I'll drink the rest of it. It kind of takes some getting used to it. That's why I add lemon to it and I have it hot. So it's sort of like a little tea. It's really good. Try it. Bone broth is actually really good. One of my favorite things. When I was little, I used to eat bone marrow, like the bone marrow from the chicken bones. Not so much now, como que me da asco, but when I was little, I would eat that. The same thing with like liver. I used to love liver when I was little. Not anymore, but all of that is so good for you. So maybe that's why I was like, I had such a good immune system when I was little because I like would eat that stuff. Not anymore now. I have to supplement now. But I mean, I think overall I do have still a good immune system. But yeah, to think of that, I used to eat that stuff. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. But people do eat bone marrow now. Okay, and then this was an impulse purchase by me. This pistachio milk. Girl, it's too much, again, because it's just me. Wichito doesn't really like this stuff. But I got it from my lattes. Or I'll tell Wichito to taste it with his lattes. Maybe he'll like it. But honestly, I was so surprised that it tastes so good. And it's keto because it doesn't have any sugar. So I love that. And it's only pistachios, water, and sunflower seeds. So maybe I think the seeds is the one that gives it like a creamy taste because it's so creamy and it's so good. However, it does say that after you open it, you have to drink it in 7 days. So that's the problem with me, that like I don't drink stuff like fast enough. So it's like debating, but I've never seen it. And it's at the new Costco, and it's 3 of them for $13. So I think that's pretty good. Oh, and then another thing that I bought impulsively is this truffle oil. I feel like you guys maybe have seen this. So before I used to get the hot sauce, but at the hot sauce they add other stuff. I remember I finished the bottle that I had, but then afterwards when I passed it through the Bobby app, it didn't proof because it had other stuff. I forgot what it had. I don't know if it used like canola oil or vegetable oil or something like that in the hot sauce. So I was like, oh man, I can't get it. But this one is just white truffle infused olive oil. So this is the white truffle and this is the black truffle. Honestly, I like white truffle much better than black. Black is very strong. But I got it because this goes great with like fries, with some vegetables. You throw this in, you toss it, and it's so good. and they were getting rid of it again, and haven't seen it in my Costco. So there's $16 for both of them, which is so good because at Sprouts one bottle is like $20. So yeah, you have to know what to buy. I know. Okay, so that is it. That is basically my whole haul from Costco. Monthly to 2 months maybe haul. Doesn't really happen often that I buy so much and all this stuff, but really, like, again, the towels and the paper and the toilet paper will last like about 3 months. The white vinegar would be about the same, 3 months. This new thing that I got, the bone broth, is gonna last me like 4 months, girl. The oil lasts like 3 months. These crackers last about a month. This like maybe up to 2 months, depending on what I use it for. And this, the dog stuff, a month as well. So it does last quite a while. So yeah, a lot of this stuff is going to last a long time. So we're not always spending, you know, weekly or bi-weekly $235 at Costco. It's just, we're gonna stretch it out for a very long time. Things that are just gonna go quickly are gonna be the eggs, the chips, maybe the oranges, the coconut water. Like, those things go more often, but like this is gonna last me forever. And again, it's only 2 of us, so it's different. I know that it's different for every family, and I do hear it sometimes in my comments, like here on YouTube or on my DMs on Instagram, that people are always like, oh yeah, but you know, that wouldn't work for me, my family of 5, my family of 6. Like, I just can't do that, which understandable. Everybody's in a different budget. Obviously, you buy to what you can and your needs and what you can afford, which is also me. The same thing goes to me. However, I feel like me and Raul have made a decision that, like, we're going to prioritize our food, like it's just our food in general, especially what we eat here in the house, since you spend most of the time in the house. And we have, like, well, mainly Wichito has like a regular, you know, 9-to-5 job. He eats a lot of the foods that I make here in the house. He takes to his job only on the weekends, and that's if we kind of cut back a lot. We'll go eat out, and we're like definitely just turned into just eating food here. And I have like 2 meals. I usually have lunch and dinner at the house as well, Monday through Friday. So a lot of our food has become just in the house. And so, like I said before, I have turned my pantry and my fridge like completely out of like processed food, processed oils, like all of that with like really bad chemicals and like added stuff. I've gotten rid of all that stuff, and I've just stick to more natural, organic, and simple ingredients things. And again, everybody has different priorities and everybody adjusts to what they can, but definitely food has become our top priority just because of all of our health and what we want as our future selves. And again, you guys have been here for a while. We're going to end up being older parents, so that's also very helpful to like be as healthy as possible on the inside, to be able to, you know, get pregnant, carry out the baby, and you know, all that stuff that goes with it. And a lot of these added and processed foods, they have a lot of added chemicals that have been linked, and there's a lot of research that is out there that you can read articles and all this stuff about how all of these things like have caused a lot of infertility issues in the United States, just because of everything that is so processed and bad for you. So that's kind of how I got started, besides the fact that I wanted to regulate my gut and get rid of my acne. That's kind of how I started with all of this, because it has a lot to do with it. All the processed food that I used to eat was so bad for me. But yeah, so I can ramble on about that, but it's a lot. There's a lot of research out there. If you are curious about something, just type in whatever question on Google and you can read a lot of the stuff. You can always message me on Instagram if you have like any particular question. Again, I'm not perfect, I don't know everything, but I can guide you, and I do follow some people that are way more informed and like well informed than me. But for the most part, that's kind of like the little stuff that I do on my own, and that's how I turn into like, you know, just really looking at ingredients in the food that I keep in my house, or the food that I just in generally eat even out. I try to make the most informed decision that I can, just for my well-being, for my future self, and for whenever we start trying for our family, since it is still a while from now. So yeah, that's kind of how it goes. But yeah, again, everybody's different. You know, your priorities are different. The way you decide to budget is going to be different. And honestly, you could do it and save a lot more money. I just like practicality and whatever makes my life easier. So for me to going to Sprouts and getting everything there is just so much easier. Like I don't have to go to other stores. Like today that I went to Target and Costco, like it was a lot. Like I went to Target to get the Simple Meals and the Lara bars and other stuff that were on sale there, which they're not always are at Sprouts. I was okay, if I can save us like, you know, a couple more dollars like this week, that would be great. And I was like, oh man, like that's a lot. Like you have to go to one store and like get stuff from there, then you have to go to another store and get stuff from there. You can definitely do that and save yourself money. Like the Simple Meals, the Lara bars, what else? Like I just saw a reel from Walmart that this girl went, like the popcorn, the lesser evil. There's a lot of brands that Walmart carries as well, and they tend to be $1 to $2 cheaper than Sprouts or even Target. They'll have like the Target Circle. So if you are more on a very strict budget but you want to make this change, I would suggest that you kind of go through like different stores and see what they have and compare the prices. If you need to do that, like that would be great, and you can save yourself you know, some money in like any of the food. I would always buy like if you have a big family, I would buy a lot of stuff at Costco, like the eggs or like the berries. I know that they're more expensive, but you get way more for those $9 than if you go to like a little grocery store, or if you just get like regular, not organic stuff. I think that helps. Like Costco is great for bigger families. Just do the research on the stuff and on the brands, which will help you out a lot as well. So definitely it could be doable. Like I just don't like when people say like, oh, it's so expensive and blah blah blah. I'm like, I get it, I totally get it, because I've been there in a very strict budget, and I'm not saying that now I'm not. We're still in a strict budget. We still don't have money just to, you know, like just spend and spend. However, this is our main priority. This is where like we spend our most money on. Not like the most, but this is where we're like, okay, this is what we like. This is the brand that has, you know, the best ingredients, whatever, we buy it, right? And again, it's only 2 of us. But yeah, I completely understand. However, to me, our health is the most important thing and the thing that is prioritized the most. So we are going to spend a little bit more on that. And honestly, it's just that because we've been raised differently, right? And like for so long, everybody's always like, oh, but we grew up like that, nothing happened, our parents. But if you really look at like our grandparents or our parents, how their quality of life has been over the years as they've gotten older, you're gonna start seeing the difference even in yourself. Like for me, I didn't feel it until like my mid-20s that all this processed food and all this junk and everything started catching up to me. It manifested in my acne, it manifested in my gut issues. I got really chubby over the pandemic. Like, and it also just affects your brain, like the way you feel, if you're sad more often, how like all over your hormones are. So yeah, the food that we eat has a lot to do with how we feel on the inside and on the outside. I remember I used to be so groggy whenever I would wake up and I would feel heavy. So the food we eat has a lot to do how we feel. So that's kind of like at the end, and also with our hormones and mental health as well. There's this good documentary that I just saw on Netflix. It was like how heal your gut or something. I'll put it down in the comments, but it was really good. It's talking about the gut, how the gut and the brain are always talking to each other and are connected, and that totally makes sense once I watched everything. So it's really good. So again, yes, I know that this change is more and it might not be, you know, right for everybody since other families are bigger. However, I think that overall, what the benefit of aging better, more gracefully, without having so many, you know, medical bills or having to be at the doctor so often, or having a chronic disease like diabetes or high cholesterol in the future, like to me, that is well worth the price of what you pay for stuff now. So just something to think about. And again, the fact that we are going to be older parents, we're going to need all the energy we can, and obviously as well as for me, since I have to carry the baby. So it's going to be so this is all mainly for the future, for our future health and well-being. But yeah, I get that everybody's different and everybody prioritizes things different, but it's definitely something to think about if you've been thinking about it. Again, you can ask me some questions, or you can DM me and I can guide you, or I can answer some questions. But a lot of this has to do with all the research that I've done on my own for just a better longevity of life and then just overall health on the inside, so we just have better lives in the future. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I know that I talked a lot, but it was fun going to Costco and actually walking through whole Costco and just telling Wichito that it was so much fun, because when we go, Wichito's all about business. Like, he doesn't walk the aisles. He's just like, okay, what do we need? We just go, we get what we need, and we leave. So it's not fun. I like walking the aisles and looking at everything. So it was so much fun. I had fun. I liked it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I do have other videos that I want to do about going to grocery stores, but I do need help filming. Today was so hard trying to do it myself and trying to like kind of keep in mind the other people around me. So I think we're going to have to recruit Mariela to help me, because my videography with Chito is always working. Huh, Chito? Yep. So no tiene tiempo ese señor, muy ocupado, es un estudiante, so my usual videographer can do it. So we're going to have to recruit Mariela on Tuesdays to help me film some of these videos, because I have other videos in mind for like grocery stores. But yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video once again, and las veo en el próximo. Bye.